Hey guys, this is Rob with Heart and Soil Farms. We're going to take a little look at our little tiny orchard today. There's a lot of things we got growing and going. And, whoa. You gotta watch out for that. We get streakers run through here every once in a while. So what we got, I think Mandy may have went over some of it with you, but now we've got like some fruit bearing bushes, and I'm proud of one particular little apple I'd like to show you. So let's take a quick pan across what we got out here, and I'll explain what we got. I got fig trees. I love figs, and I'm hoping to get these things growing. I mean, they were down to the dirt. I've been told by Jason over Cog Hill Farms that you can cut the thing all the way down to the ground and it'll be right back out. I didn't believe him at first, but believe me, it happened. So that's what happened, and we've already got some good height on it. So right across from each other, this one over here, we got another fig tree growing. One step up, we got this apple tree. It's a Liberty apple. It gave us a couple little buds this year, but we didn't get any fruit. It's still young. We just planted it last year. We've been giving it some amendments and things, and it's coming along pretty good. We're not seeing any disease issues or anything, so we're happy with that. Over here, yes, I know I really need to weed the grass out of that, but these are called strawberry shortcake blueberries. So it didn't flower. It was we got it in poor shape last year, and I wasn't really sure that it was going to make it, but spring came, and I saw some new sprigs come out of the ground, and I was like, hey, I think we just might have us some strawberry shortcake blueberries. But I'll come back and weed that later. It's no problem. Over on this side, we're just walking right up the aisle, zigzagging. This one here, we have a pink lemonade blueberry. We've had a couple blooms on it as well. We have several of these planted up through here. They're really pretty. They have a nice leaf, nice color to them. They bush out real pretty. But thus far, we have no berries. But they are pretty to look at. Hopefully next year is the year. We'll come on up again. We got another apple tree. I watched a lot of pruning YouTubes, and a little bit from M.I. Gardner, and I think I did a fairly decent job on this one as far as maintaining the shape and strength of the tree. But, this one here is another Liberty. I think it'll get us to bear some fruit here next year. Coming back over, we got another apple tree. This is the one I'm proud of this year. This is a Wolf River Road apple tree, and what do we got here? What is that? Oh goodness, it's an apple. Well, right now it looks like a crab apple. You can see the size compared to my hand. But hey, I'll take it. May not be able to make a pie with it, but I'll take it. We'll just leave that on there and let that grow. Yeah, that's an apple Wolf River tree as well. We planted all of these trees and bushes last year, and now we're coming across our blackberries. These boogers didn't do hardly anything for us last year. We got a few little flowers, and that was really about it. As you see, we use cattle panel here. We've used that on a lot of different projects out here on the farm. But these things are coming along. Not too much longer. They're going to be darkening up. We'll have some good sized blackberries. These ones are kind of medium size here. Let's see if I can come up with a name on that one. The prime Primark Traveler Blackberry. But I'm looking forward to those. I like blackberries, I think maybe as much as I like raspberries. But there's so many on there. In the next week or so, I'm sure we'll be tearing them up. We come up this way. This is one sad tree that I've got. I mean, everybody's got to have at least one sad tree. And this one would be my pink lady. I've tried a lot of different sprays onto her. I haven't really seen any parasites on here, but I'm not real familiar. Like I said, it's our first year, full year of having it in the ground. It's got a little bit of spottiness going on. But I've checked the back of the leaves. I'm not finding any pests. I just don't know. So if any of you guys have any input you could give me on that, that would really be great, because every tree deserves to grow. So if you got any tips on that, it's the pink lady. It's a semi-dwarf apple. Just let me know in the comments. Thank you very much. There's more of the pink lemonade blueberry bushes. Still not off of that, but next year, look out, look out. Over to the other side, we got a Bartlett Pear. I went through and I repruned all of these. These looked really crazy when I first bought them. And I let them, sometimes you just got to try to have the, you know, the inside of what it could turn out to look like, or what you could make it into, make it its best. So I pruned it to the best of my ability, and I don't know. I think it looks like it's going to do good. Still looking healthy, everything, all the cuts are made well. So hopefully next year, I think the second, third year is the big year for a lot of the fruiting on a lot of the trees and bushes. But, over here, right next to it, we have another pink lemonade blueberry bush. It's growing strong. We're just not getting anything off from it just yet. Here we have another pear tree. It's another, I think this is an Ayers actually, pear tree. And it's looking good. It's looking good, staying green. You ain't seeing a bunch of spots or anything. So just keep growing strong. We're looking for some fruit next year. Now this is our big mamba jamba right here. This monster is our Blackberry Bush. We planted all these bushes at the same time, believe it or not. The previous Blackberry Bush, it looks kind of thin, but it has a lot of fruit on it. This one was planted the exact same time, and it's kind of out of control. I've got stalks growing up. Well, my fence is 6 foot high, so if that tells you anything, we're shooting for the stars with the blackberries. I don't know. Let's see if any of these are ready. See how big those are. These are monsters. But yeah, I'm gonna try to talk Mandy into doing some blackberry pies, or maybe some preserves of some sort. But there's so many berries on here, they're getting ready to change. We just need a couple good more warm days, maybe just a few sprinkles of rain. The first year we had all these, we watered them all fairly regular, and after winter we've kind of let them be on their own, and they seem to be coming along really well. Our peach tree here, this thing was looking like a twig when we first started, and it's bloomed out like a peacock. I don't know what to say. It's getting big. It had a couple flowers on it early on. They came off, so I guess I'm expecting to wait one more year. I mean, like they say, if you're expecting to have any type of fruit trees or bush trees or berry trees, that you should get them in pronto. So that's what we did. So now it's to sit and wait. So we'll find some peaches in there sooner or later. But right now, over here is another one of our raspberry bushes. Wow, that's all I can say with that. There's red everywhere. They're in all different stages. we've actually picked a lot off of here already. And if you can tell, all the bushes that are there along the cattle trough, the wire, those are all last year's growth. We planted these plants, I think it was 2 small raspberry bushes, and we watered them. We put maybe a little bit of amendment to them, and they grew to this size. This year, this whole section right here, all of this is all brand new. It all came up from the bottom, and it's paired right up to the old growth. We had no idea that that was going to happen this year. So with that growth on there for this year, that means it's going to be just nuts next year. Covered, just covered. But right now, I mean, it is covered. We can only pick so many. We bring a handful in and scarf them down and do our little happy dance. And can't wait for the next day. So that's all there is left on our raspberry bushes. We're still coming up the hill here. There's another pear tree. A lot of these are cross-pollinating, so they do need other trees to try to pollinate with. This is a moon glow pear tree, and it's looking great. There's no problems with it whatsoever. I've seen a few stink bugs and stuff flying around. I haven't seen too many odd beetles or any aphid issues, but you gotta keep your eye out. Don't let them get ahead of you if you can. And there's our last pear tree. We have a lot of pear trees. Hopefully we'll get something off these babies here shortly. That's another Ayers. It's pruned up and straight and grown strong. My plum tree, on the other hand, you know, I don't know what to say about my plum tree. It acts like it wants to do something, but then it's like it's got a chronic disease of some sort. I don't know. It grows fine, and then it curls. It gets a little bit of bug damage, and then leaves are turning red. I mean, I need to reference a little bit more about plum trees. I didn't think they were a whole lot different than some of the other trees, but I'm having some issues with, I'm seeing some sap and stuff coming down out. I don't know if maybe the trunks split or something, or some type of damage to them, or if there's a way I can even pull this thing back together. But hopefully we can, and if we do, I'm looking forward to some tasty plums. I love plums. So that's actually our only plum tree. I should have got another plum tree, but this one here didn't need a pollinator. And at the time, we had so many fruit trees coming in that I kind of forgot to grab another one. But this particular plum tree doesn't need another pollinator, so it's fine. And up at the top of the hill, we have a couple more fig trees. These were down after the cold of last year. These things were down to the ground, like you could see just like a wooden stick popping out of the top. And now they're bushing out, and we're going to give them some good fertilizers and get them to step it on up a little bit. Hopefully we'll get some fruit off some of these this year. I got one there. I got one right across from it. So we got 2 figs down at the bottom of the hill, 2 at the top of the hill, and I just picked up some more. I'm going to get some figs, people. So I got this fig tree here. I've got a plant here in the next day. And right across from the other fig tree, there's another fig there. Both of these are pretty good size. They're already grown right about the size of mine started out with this year. So I don't know. We'll get it going. That's really all we got tonight. It's getting dark. I gotta go eat my vegetables and my fruits. But you got any questions on anything, or if any comments, man, it's good. Feel free to leave it down at the bottom of the comments. We do appreciate if you know anyone that would get any value out of our channel. Oh, that's tart. Okay. Whew, I ain't gonna pass out. I'm alright. Whew. Just let your friends know. Like our page if you like our page, and share it with your friends on Facebook, or actually that's as far as we are so far, as Facebook and YouTube. So we're gonna get the rest later, but appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Peace.